What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm doing a week trade breakdown of all the trades I took this week in my first week trading, well, my first week back in 2024 trading. And it was an okay week. It wasn't the best week, it wasn't the greatest week, but we did manage to have a profitable week, and I hope you guys enjoy the trade breakdowns and find some education in them. And last thing, join up the free Discord link in the description. The first trade I took of the week was a NAS demand. This was a pretty clean setup, probably the best trade of the week that I ended up taking. So let's just quickly break it down. So as soon as I came to charts, I noticed that London dropped. When London drops, New York loves to do reversals, or the opposite of what London did. And then we had a breaker structure breaking this high here, just showing that we are pushing up in momentum now and we're flipping bullish. We had another breaker structure here. We had another demand here, but the market didn't end up reaching it. And then we had a breaker structure right here, making this demand valid. All we did was wait for it to come tap into the zone, and we just waited for breaker structure. This candle kind of made me scared because I thought it was going to invalidate the zone and then just be an invalid zone, but then it rejected up. I was like, okay, if we get breaker structure, this could potentially keep going up. And if we go to the 15 minute, we are also in a 15-minute demand, but I don't really like this demand. The EMA is also just right there, which is kind of a red flag. Then on the 1 hour, we are bearish on the 1 hour, but we have gaps over here that need to be filled. And if you look at it, we have been dropping for a while, so we could potentially flip trend and start pushing up, which we did end up doing, which is pretty nice. And then all I did was wait for breaker candle on this candle, and we got it. This happened extremely fast. I'm just going to show you quickly. I got in somewhere up there. I was supposed to get in. Okay, let's just set this up. So I was supposed to get in actually right there, but this candle spiked up so fast. I got in around there, and then I had my 1-to-1. My 1-to-1 was like right there. Then on this trade, it almost hit my 1-to-1, and then it reversed all the way down. Now this did make me a little bit scared. I was contemplating about closing, but I was like, okay, let me just hold this out. This is actually a good trade. And then this next candle also kind of made me scared. It pushed all the way down, almost hitting stop loss, but then it reversed and started pushing up, and I was still holding. And then after that, take profit did end up getting hit. This was a crazy trade as well. I did want to try and end up holding this trade to around this liquidity up here, or this high here, but this first rejection that did this kind of made me scared, and I just wanted my 1-to-1, and then I closed. So I closed at 1-to-1. But if I held this trade went for something like crazy. Pretty sure it went for like a wonder. I don't even know. This trade went crazy if I held it. Ended up coming for this high here. I'm pretty sure it kept on going up. Yeah, it kept on going up like the entire day. Like, this was just a crazy trade if I held. But that was Monday. And then on Tuesday, I do normally trade, but we did not get a trade. Monday's price action was terrible. It was just a terrible day to trade for me, or people who trade 5 minutes supply and demand. I didn't get a trade on any of the pairs I trade, and then I just left it. Then Wednesdays, I don't trade. That's against my rules. I take a break on Wednesdays. Then moving on to Thursday, which is the day that I did live record this. I did live record this day. If you want to watch the video, I'll put it up on the screen now. You can go watch me actually trading live and taking these setups. So the first setup I did take was a loss, which was this right here. This was a bad demand just for me to take. I'm going to learn from this. So we had a breaker structure, a minor, like, I don't even know why I considered this a breaker structure, but we are below the 200 EMA, so it tapped. The one thing that did make me scared about the setup was this huge gap below here. I did notice that. I was like, nah, this isn't a really good setup to take, but I ended up taking it. It tapped, and then I got in at break of this candle right there. So I was in that, and I had my 1-to-1 marked like that. Pushed up into a little bit of profit, but then reversed, and then the next candle just pushed down, and I closed this trade somewhere around about there. So something like that. I tried to cut my L. As soon as it broke that candle, I closed. Once again, you can go watch it live and you see exactly how I did it. But as I was saying, the gap got filled, and then this was news. I'm just gonna delete everything here. Then this was news, and then I was waiting it out patiently, waiting to see if we could have gone something else, and we pretty much did. So this was our second demand of the day, which was a winner. Okay, so let's just break it down. We had a breaker structure right there. We are below the 200 EMA, and we are bullish on the 15 minutes. We are quite high though, and we are bullish on the 1 hour, and we're bullish on the 4 hour. So I was pretty confident in taking the setup. The only thing is that we were a little bit high on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So I was just hoping to get a 1-to-1 on this trade, and that's exactly what we got. So it just came in. We had a nice rejection outside of the zone. Got in at break of the candle, and then I just let this trade play out. And then take profit got hit in like 10-15 minutes. And then as soon as it hit take profit, it literally ended up reversing. And that was just it for Thursday. So I'm glad I just didn't try and hold this setup. I knew we were high, so I just took my 1-to-1, and I was like, okay, I'm happy with this 1-to-1. And then that's just what I finished with the day with. I will put it on screen how much I made off of the loss and the W. And then let's move on to the last setup now, which was on Friday. Friday was also a pretty trash day for price action if you trade 5 minutes supply and demand. There was no 5 minute supply and demands, so I had to throw in another strategy here, which was a liquidity grab. And this trade followed our rules. We have the EMA flat in the middle. This candle just came up, grabbed the liquidity, and all I did was get in at break of this candle here. But I didn't see the setup like while it was actually like trying to grab, or while it was grabbing the liquidity. I didn't see this. I only saw the setup while it was about to, like while the market was like right there. I only saw the setup, and I was like, let me quickly just take this, accept the risk. There was no supply and demand setups. Literally, it was just moving terribly. This candle was news as well, which pretty much ruined it for like the other two pairs I trade. So I just got in at break of the candle, had my stop loss, and then we looked for 1-to-1. And this trade, okay, wait, I just went a little bit fast. Okay, this trade literally just hit 1-to-1 and reversed. And I did want to try hold to a 1 to 1.5 on this trade, but I tried to just close at 1-to-1 once I saw this like rejection happening here. And this trade kind of made me annoyed. Not this trade though, the broker. I'm using Fusion Markets. As soon as I closed somewhere here, and Fusion Markets froze, and I only got closed in up here. So I only made like $4 profit on this trade, which is kind of annoying, but it's all good. And that was just the trade on Friday. Pretty clean liquidity grab. But I am kind of annoyed that Fusion Markets only closed me in up here. Once again, I'll put it up on the screen, how much I made. And if you want to learn how to trade liquidity grabs, I have posted a video on it. I will put up on the screen now again, just so you can see how I trade liquidity grabs. Do have a full video on that, pretty much like a guide. And that is it for the first week that I was trading. This was a really good week for me. Well, it was an okay week. Hopefully next week is better though. And yeah, that's pretty much just it. Make sure you guys keep grinding, keep getting to the next level, and I'll see you guys in the next video.